When translating a Greek noun in the dative case, it often is convenient to use the prepositional phrase beginning with to or for. The accusative case will usually be translated as a direct object. So you have nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, and then you have the vocative is the fifth one. And this is the case of direct address. If I say the sentence, son, give me the newspaper, what would be the case of direct address there? Son. Son. Now, because word order in Greek can change, because it can vary, the case becomes the primary means of identifying the function of a noun in a sentence. The subject as opposed to the indirect object. So those are the 5 cases, and you can tell, you'll be able to tell by the endings. So, what we need to learn first, and we went through this a little bit last week, is what we call the second declension. The second declension nouns. Now, somebody raised a question last week, what is a declension? Well, a declension, the best way I know to describe a declension is, it is an inflection pattern. It's an inflection pattern for nouns and adjectives in Greek. We say verbs are conjugated and nouns are declining. And so the second declension is usually introduced first because it's the easiest to learn, number one, and because it's the most common type of noun. Most second declension nouns are either masculine or neuter. They're either masculine or neuter. Here are the endings. We have, let's first look at the masculine. I want to encourage you to write these down, masculine. And we're going to do the singular and the plural of each of the 5 cases. The first, we're going to do the singular, and the ending for the singular masculine is this is all second declension. Omicron, sigma. Omicron, sigma. That's the nominative case. And the genitive case is Omicron, upsilon. The dative case is omega, iota. And what we do with the iota is have the subscript underneath the W when you're writing the word. That's the dative. The accusative is omicron, nu, and the vocative is epsilon. Now that's your cases. And that's the masculine singular, nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, and vocative. And in every noun, the second declension, masculine, it will end this way. Now, let me go a little bit deeper here. To be technical, the omicron in the endings really belong to the stem of the word. They don't really belong to the endings, they belong to the stem. So for example, this word right here, let's say theos. Theos. That's masculine, nominative, singular. Masculine, nominative, singular. masculine genitive singular would be what? Theou. Masculine dative singular would be what? Theos. Every noun is going to end the same way in the when you're in the declension, the second declension. The root for this word is theo. And because all second declension noun stems end in omicron, the second declension is sometimes called the O declension, or the omicron declension. All second declension noun stems end in omicron. But because the omicron in the stem and the true endings undergo modifications when they're combined, it's simpler just to learn the endings like this. Os, u, o, on, eh. That's the best way to learn it. So, if you were going to do the masculine singular declension for the word, let's take a word here. Let's take the word nomos. What is nomos? Law. All right? You would have nomos, nomu, nomo, nomo, nome. Now, all masculine singular nouns are the same. There's a problem with nomos, though. Anybody want to guess what the problem would be?
It's not masculine.
We're not sure if it's masculine. It's not masculine. So it's going to be a little bit different. So let's take a word that's masculine. Look at your vocabulary list. Let's take the word angelos. Angelos is what word is angelos?
Messenger, angel.
Angel or messenger. So we have angelos, angelou, angelo, angelon, angelo. Masculine singular is always going to be the same. Now the plural singular, or plural masculine, the nominative is omicron iota, oi. The genitive is omega nu, on. The plural dative is omicron iota sigma, ois. The accusative plural is omicron upsilon sigma us. And the vocative plural is omicron iota, oi. So it's always good. The declension is always going to be the same. Always the same in the singular, always the same in the plural. In the second declension. And so you can take any noun, any masculine noun, and this would be the second declension. And so if you look at your list of vocabulary words, what I want to encourage you to do is to take these words and go through the declension with each of these words. And if you can do that as a part of an assignment, if you can do that on your own, you'll go a long way in understanding the Greek noun system.